Welcome to the Solemn Vanguard channel. We just went first place, BSF Cardiff, completely undefeated, team-wise at least.
Yeah.
And we are doing a deck profile for the Neo Nectar deck, nice. For the Neo Nectar deck that Jay was piloting on the day.
We first wanted to play DI, but like on the Friday, 2 days before the tournament, we decided against it because it was not working like intended.
Yes, it was rushed way too easy.
Yeah, okay, we still have an unfinished Neo Nectar with us. Let's try to just finish this.
That was so dumb.
That was so dumb. We like borrowed cards from like 4 people just to get this deck done. But we did it.
Yeah. Okay, so the thing was, we still didn't have a list, right? And so most lists are pretty different. Most people do like random crap, random crap.
There's like 2 lists. There's like one list where you play trees, but no, with grade 2.
Which one? Irminsul?
No, the trees, Irminsul, the grade 2. The name I always forget.
Kaivan,
yeah. So there's 2 lists. There's one list where you play 4 Irminsul and 4 PGs, and there's the other list which goes full rush, no PGs but 4 Kaivan or 3 Kaivan. We kind of did something in between.
Yeah.
Like Maxime stood in the line for standard tournament, and it was like, here's a list, what do you think of it? And I just said, okay, cut 1 Rebecca, put 1 more Gladiolus in, and that's fine. Okay, and that's the list you see on screen right now.
So literally just, in line, oh, on Messenger, I'm gonna make this list. Oh yeah, change this one thing. Done.
Seems to work, 8-1.
Okay, so let's go over the cards, right? So maybe start with grade 0, which is a very interesting thing. We have the V starter.
Yeah.
For reasons, I guess.
Just so you draw to more stuff to rush. And yeah, you're not a generation break deck, so
you don't have time for that. And then you have 12 crits, 12 V crits, big numbers, always cool.
Yep, 4 V heals just for the 10Ks.
Yeah. Just for the 10K, that's so amazing. So this deck is pretty helmet. You just call cards and rush. It's like Sanctuary Guard Dragon in that regard, like the old school Sanctuary Guard Dragon.
Yeah.
Is there actually any reason to maybe cut the heals for even more crits?
You could try that, but then you get rushed out of your life by Ezel.
Yes, right. So so this kind of stabilizes you, so you have like the best early game in the game, but if you don't, you at least stabilize and then still win, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so then we go to grade 1s.
Yeah.
3 Stride Fodder, any specific reason or just...
3 Stride Fodder, 4 would be a bit much for rush. 2 is like I will never see one.
Yes.
I have that experience in Time Leap, so 3 Fruit Basket Elf. We only had 2 in the beginning, then we got 1 more, just so you make more tokens. Later in the game there are 10Ks. Early in the game you just call them back to back like Nemains and hit for 10.
You know what's funny? Would we have ran 4 if we had a 4?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nah, because we have to fit so much else in.
Yes, right. So we have the 3, is that Rebecca or Merca? The one with the green hat?
They both have a green hat, but the one with a snipe, with a rifle, that's Rebecca.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's like, you call her, give some grade 0 card on your field, plus 5k, and in the end phase you can Sober's one, retire a token, get her back to hand.
Yes.
The second part is not used as often, because most of the time you want to keep your tokens, so you don't have to call even more stuff to make new tokens. But the first thing is really good if you like go second, your opponent's an 8k Vanguard, you call Dandelion, make a token by Dandelion, call the 8k, give Dandelion the token plus 5. So now your Vanguard is 18. So if you hit for 8 and your opponent gets a V trigger, you still get out of it 18, your opponent now is.
Yes.
And if they don't have a trigger, they just can't guard your Vanguard.
Yes.
So it helped me a lot to get over those V triggers.
Though the second skill does come up if like your opponent has a good early game, so they try to game it and then you get it back, or maybe they try to damage deny you, but now you empty your front row and they have to attack your Vanguard. So that happens, but not as often, right?
Yeah, it's definitely nice to have.
Okay, so then finally is it Merca or Rebecca? I keep forgetting the name.
That's for Merca, the Dandelion girl.
And she creates tokens.
Yeah, she's your best first right target, and later in the game you can just call her. You do tokens, so she's a staple.
Yes, indeed. So then there's only grade 2s left, right?
Grade 2s and grade 3s.
Yes, of course.
So there's 3 Gladiolos. Very old card, was in the first TD of the G series. She's an Ember clone, that means if she's boosted while attacking a Vanguard, you can pay a counterblast. While you're on GB1, pay a counterblast and copy a card on your field, which is most of the time the card next to it. Kaivan, I remember the name.
Nice, very
like
nice.
once in 4 days. And Kaivan is like the beater in the whole deck.
Yes, the big boy.
Yeah, he gets like 5k for every token on the field when he is called.
The ruling on that is fucking
The ruling
terrible.
on that is fucking terrible.
So like some people thought, oh, you can overload the circles, so you have 5 and then he gets plus 25. That doesn't work. Then people thought, oh no, the one under him doesn't work because when he's placed, it would be the token vanishes before his timing check, so it would be plus 20. And oh no, that's not correct. It's actually plus 15.
Yeah, because you call with your Katarina, you call 3 token makers, they all pop off, then your whole fee gets overcalled, and then your 3 token Kaivan sees, so he's only at plus 15.
Yeah, but like loads of weird rulings that day about that, because it's just confusing as hell, and the only reason it's different from Dorrent is because of a comma, right?
Yes, because of a comma.
Yes.
Half my day was spending arguing with the judge. Like not arguing, I was asking him, thanks man.
Please check it, please explain again, thank you.
Yeah, the judges said they have more questions for the first 2 rounds in Premium than the whole game of Standard combined.
Yeah, Ben said that, right?
Yeah, Ben said that.
So another interesting note about Gladiolus though is that if you're going the early game, so you're pushing hard, and then suddenly you feel like, I could just kill on Seabreeze right now, because maybe they will win the early game, sometimes Lord can. You can go Seabreeze, call a Gladiolus from hand, and then still use that to finish the game, which is like a really interesting extra part.
So that's why 3, because a lot of people only play 2 because the plan is to call her out from a deck with Katarina.
Yes.
But as you just said, with Seabreeze, I like to see her in my hand sometimes. So yeah, even though the Seabreeze is not that good, but if you like rush the rest of the game, your opponent might likely die.
Then we have the Ermine Soul.
Yeah, and this is where the list gets interesting, because you play both Kaivan and Ermine Soul.
Yes, I think Seiji, can you Seiji, does this as well?
Yeah, I think so too. He's really good in the early game. It's like a 25k row and you draw a card, so that makes it really good. Also, I had some games where I had to strike Katarina twice, like 2 games.
Yes.
And to the finals.
And then Kaivan is gone.
Yeah, Kaivan is gone because you already used him, and then he's still like a 45k roll without a trigger.
A big boy. Also, when you're being rushed or you're still playing the early game, you're being given plenty damage, then you can start plussing on top of that.
Yeah, draw into more stuff. For
Sylvia,
Staple, Vanguard ride. I had one game where I made a misplay.
Oh.
I caught her on Rearguard Circle. I already had one on Vanguard.
Yes.
Caught her on Rearguard Circle. My only other grade 2 was Gladiolus in my hand, which I didn't want to call.
Yes.
And the turn after, I couldn't rewrite, so my opponent could Seabreeze me.
Yes.
If I had just let her in my hand, I could rewrite, make another token, my opponent couldn't Seabreeze me.
Yes.
So he Seabreezed me because I caught her on Rearguard Circle.
Oh, and you survived anyway.
I survived anyway, but it was close as fuck.
I see.
So sometimes it's better to just keep her in your hand, make another token, rewrite.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in very rare games where you don't just poop your hand and win, there you have to actually maybe hold back a little.
The one part where I can take the helmet off. Still pretty fun though. There's a bit of min-maxing, knowing your matchups, knowing when it's time to stop playing the grade 2 game.
If people play it at all.
If people play it at all. Grade 3s. We're playing 3 tomatoes. 3 tomatoes only in there because it's the next best grade 3 target that has a force marker and he makes tokens. Pretty much it to him.
Also pretty fine, like I saw you do this in our testing quite a lot, where if you do go for the Seabreeze, you can start plussing off him before doing it. So since it's an act, so you can maybe draw into the Gladiolus or various things like that.
Next best thing.
Yeah.
And then the Maiden. Best right target you can have, because when you right her you get 2 tokens, when you call on Rearguard you get 1 token. And next Seabreeze thing, act effect, Soul plus 1 on Vanguard Circle, give 3 tokens plus 5k.
Oh, right.
Then go into Seabreeze.
Yes, you did that very often.
Yeah, so really, really good. And she gives a force marker.
So, because it's an act, Seabreeze actually gets so much better in this deck.
Yes.
Right? Oh, also probably special thanks to Thomas and Jan and Jelle, because this deck was literally just made on the spot. Like, oh, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this?
We mustn't forget Mohamed, our OTT player, who gave us like 80% of the deck.
Yes, of course. But he's part of the team, so I'm like,
still shoutouts. The deck is now in my hands.
Well, half of it.
Half of it. Because he was like, okay, you played it all day, I think it's better with you. So I bought it off him.
So then the G-Zone.
Yes, the G-Zone.
Thing's a mess, man.
Please look to the top of right. You see 3 Katarinas in there. You can also play 4. Then look at the top left. You see a Musketeer G-Guard and the Unflip G-Guard. And the Seabreeze.
Yes.
That's what you play. Everything else is just...
flip fodder.
Yeah, flip fodder.
However, wait, Zoa.
Oh yeah, Zoa.
Yes, there's a reason there.
Yeah. You can have games where you go like second strike Zoa and just finish the game if you play, example, the mirror match. If they run the list with no PGs, you just win there. OTT, yes, they run the Akiba list runs no PGs.
Yes.
So if you get that one project marker out of their hand, you can try to Zora them, but it's hard, but it's possible. Yeah, most of the time you go into Katrina.
Yes, it's like 99.
Just flip something, yeah. Apart from that, you can play stuff you think the artwork looks cool. That's what I did. Yeah.
Do note though, we should have had like 2 or 3 Antero.
Yeah,
but we just didn't.
Yeah, the Musketeer Giga is really good. Like play 1 to 2 of them.
I wouldn't even say 1. I think 1 is just wrong, but it worked.
I only had 1.
There we go.
Yeah, but it just works. So the deck is really strong at the moment. It can be counterplayed if you know how, but my big advantage was it was just the day after the set came out.
Yes.
So no one really knew Neo Nectar, but the top 4 had 1 Neo Nectar in every team.
No, apart from 1.
Apart from 1.
There were 3.
So the people who knew about the deck had a big advantage.
Yes, because like the counterplay is very counterintuitive. I could make a complete video about it, like how to do it with each deck, because every deck has to do it kind of differently, I would say. But once you know, the deck becomes a bit worse. But if you don't know, you just get bummed.
Yeah, you just get rushed. The moment you get Katrina, you're not prepared for it.
Exactly. Any closing words, or is that it?
I think that's it.
Man, if you can make the deck while waiting in line.
One more thing, it may be easy, but it's also it has a really good spot in the meta we had.
Yes.
Because the best decks are Lured, OTT, Ezel, this, DI.
Yes.
So what does DI? DI has no early game and they OTK you on their first ride, so you just play the grade 2 game and win. I speak of experience because I wanted to play DI, tested against Neo Nectar and just got crushed. Then there's OTT, who can kind of play the early game, like played a little bit better. Lured, who has like the best early game out of these apart from Neo Nectar.
Yep.
Because like Swordbreakers, Nemains, Markers, Blaster Dark.
Karen, which of Maka 11, yeah.
But you still outrush them.
Yep,
yeah.
Usually, unless you don't rush it.
And then there's Ezel, who can counter you, but they give you the first ride, so and they don't have that much of a hand until Axel 2.
It was also just a good pick, like you said, because people didn't really know yet, so didn't playtest maybe enough to really get every single move they should be making. And even then, if you know, you can still just get bum rushed. Like, I was against Neo Nectar in top 8 with Luard, which is a really bad matchup for me because of the G triggers. And then, despite me knowing what to do, I just died because I didn't get the pieces to do what I wanted to do. It just happened. Solid deck. If you want to get into Premium and you don't have a lot of budget, it's very cheap.
Yeah, it's like, I think the cheapest deck at the moment. Little tip for the Gladiolus. They go like, I think 20 to 30 a piece at the moment. It's
really?
Yeah, they're really expensive. Last time I looked. Card Market sells them for a way better price. And what Mohamed did, he just bought a TD.
Yeah.
There's still TDs online, so if you want that, there are 2 in each TD. You can play 2 in the deck, it's totally fine. Just buy a TD, don't buy them for like way too high price.
So that is all for today. Hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments. I will answer, maybe Jay will answer as well.
Yeah, sure. Just forward them to me.
And I will see you soon. Ciao.
Ciao.